There seems to be no end to the constant controversy now surrounding the takeover of Sasikala Natarajan as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. First, it was the governor, and now for the first time, the ADMK, which had maintained a tight-lipped silence about her takeover, maintaining a unity behind her, has now finally decided to speak up. The first voice of rebellion coming from none other than Mr. PH Pandian, who is both been the former speaker of the assembly. He's been one of the founding members of the ADMK. He's been a legislator on multiple occasions. Parliamentary leader as well. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us. Now, you held this press conference where you basically said several things, but the first thing you said is that you suspected that Jayalalithaa was actually poisoned to death. There was foul play in her death, even though, Mr. Pandian, just a day ago, you had a team of senior doctors, including Dr. Beale, who flew in from England, to say that there was no foul play. So then on what basis are you making this very serious charge?
See, on the 22nd of September, night, at the house of Jayalalitha's residence, Poise Garden, this incident happened.
What incident?
Nobody has thought about it. It all appeared in papers the next day. There was a wordy quarrel between the people inside the house on the 22nd evening till the time she is admitted in the hospital.
Okay.
There was a wordy quarrel and
a wordy quarrel, a war of words.
A war of words.
Okay.
About some happenings within the other side's family and herself.
You are talking about within the Sasikala family and Jayalalithaa.
At Poise Garden. And she was pushed down. She fell down.
Jayalalithaa.
And she became unconscious.
Mr. Pandian,
that appeared in the papers the next day.
No, but I must pause to ask you on what basis you're saying this. What proof do you have to make this very serious allegation?
No, it's not next day. Now, the doctors say that she was admitted in the hospital in an unconscious state. See, I was a criminal lawyer for 48 years.
Yes.
I know how the people behave. Here, the next day, the Tamil journals and Tamil dailies, they have come out with this fact saying that she was pushed down and she was asking them to lift her up, which they refused.
No. So you're basing your allegation on what has come in the press, on certain sections of the press.
Yes.
You don't have any other independent proof.
I was not inside.
Okay.
And nobody refuted it till date.
Well, the doctors, at least in their press conference yesterday, have very clearly said that what was ailing her was that she had sepsis, some kind of an infection of the blood. She is also acutely diabetic, and all of that is what led to a cardiac arrest. They gave no indication that she was pushed, that she had any bruises or any of that.
They don't know because there is no case sheet shown to everybody. Yesterday the doctor came with an empty hand. They did not have any material to support it. They did not show any case sheet. They did not show any drugs which they administered. They have not shown any treatment given.
Okay, but
and the doctor said that I don't remember now. I am suffering. If you give me an hour time, I can supply you with that.
No, but Mr. Pandian, I mean, for a minute, let's pause and just consider what you're saying, because we're talking about Apollo, which is a fairly respected hospital. We're talking about a senior medical practitioner from the UK. So why would they all try to manufacture some kind of conspiracy?
I am not on that. I am on the pre-admission stage into the hospital.
Okay.
Pre-admission stage.
Okay. Let's leave that aside for a minute and ask you about something else which you said, that you, as well as with a whole lot of other ADMK leaders, were at the hospital during the entire time that Jayalalithaa was unwell.
Yes, 75 days.
All 75 days you were there. Did you at any point have a chance to see her?
No. We were not given a chance.
You were not permitted.
I have seen her body, the dead body, coming out of the ICU that is opposite to the lift on the midnight of 22nd September, December 5th. December 5th.
The day that she was officially declared.
Yes. Even then, we were not allowed first. Then, all the 150 office bearers of MLAs, MPs, former ministers, they were lining up.
Yes.
I called the Superintendent of Police Intelligence. Look here, we have not seen her for last 75 days.
Yes.
But she is dead now. At least please allow us to see her. Otherwise, we have to see in the other world. This is the word I uttered.
Okay, but when you would ask, all of you would ask to see her in all those days, what were you told? Why were you not allowed?
No. They say every day it is a parrot like. She's all right. She's taking food. She's comfortable. She's walking. Every day, voluntarily, they told us. Voluntarily, they have asked the party spokesperson to also speak in TV that she's all right. She's taking food.
What about the Sasikala family? Sasikala herself and the Sasikala
They were
family.
all in the third floor. We are in the second floor.
They were in the third floor.
Third floor.
And they would have access.
See, on the fateful day, that is the day of her demise, 5th December, at about 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., I think. I don't know the time. We were all standing outside this ICU
Yes.
ward lineup.
Yes.
I saw Shashikala leading a procession of people on the veranda. This is the second floor veranda.
Okay.
With wearing James Bond coat.
James Bond.
Bond. That is a
What is that?
long
mean?
coat.
Who is wearing?
Black coat. Shashikala.
Okay.
And all those people, they were following her. They walked to that side. Then they came back to this side. They have not shed tears.
Who were these people?
The whole company. Her relatives, 17 people.
Oh, the family.
Family.
Okay.
They did not cry. They did not bother about this.
What are you implying here by that? What are you trying to get at?
See, she passed about half an hour back. I did not hear any sound of cry. I did not see any shed of tears. She claims to be 33 years. Where does she not get that tears?
Right. But at the end of the day, Mr. Pandian, this could just be.
They were not worried about her.
Okay. This could
This
be
is like a police march.
right. This could just be
Flag march.
a flag march. All right. I mean, at the end of the day, they could turn around and say this is your word against theirs because there is a hospital. There would be records to show exactly what happened to Jayalalithaa
exactly.
and all of that. But you are also making a wider point with this, that you are saying that Shashikala is not competent to be chief
He's
minister.
not only competent.
This is the wider point you're making,
Yeah.
apart from the mystery surrounding Jayalalitha's death,
Yeah.
which is debatable. But this
See.
is a political point you're now making. Why are you saying that? On what basis?
According to the party constitution, framed by my late leader Dr. MGR in 1972, I was 27 years old at that time. I was appointed by MGR as state legal wing secretary.
Okay.
We were all in the committee of committee to draft the rules.
Okay.
While drafting, we drafted the rule in his house. There is a mini theatre in his house. At that time, he specifically told us,
Yes.
look here, when I was in DMK, there was a general council who was appointing president, which was appointing general secretary.
Yeah.
Now, I want my cadres to elect a general secretary. That should be my first.
That is in the constitution, you're saying.
In the constitution. It should be there.
Okay.
So, we all wrote that.
Okay.
And it is passed. Even today, it is in vogue.
Okay.
It is in vogue. General secretaries should be elected according to Rule 20, Class 2 by the primary members of the party.
Okay, but Mr.
And she claims to be appointed under Rule 19, Class 8, saying that under the General Council I am appointed. 19.8 says the General Secretary can administer the affairs of the party. It does not deal with the election.
Okay, now that one could argue is just a procedural hair splitting. At the end of the day, the fact is that almost everybody in the party seems to have accepted her, both as General Secretary, and then all the MLAs have unanimously proposed her as Chief
Nobody
Minister.
knows the rule. The rule was not published. Nobody has a rule book.
Okay, so even if you wanted to say it's against the rules, the fact is that in spirit, the whole party seems to be behind her. Why then
Not
do you
the whole
think...
party. Only
Okay.
the MLAs, MPs.
All right,
This
MLAs
is
and
secondary.
MPs. MLAs...
90% of the cadres are against her. 90% of the cadres in Tamil Nadu is against her.
Again, you're making a statement. I mean, what someone
No.
asked, what is the basis
No,
for this? Because
you-
we're not seeing any protests, we're not seeing any signs of unrest.
You see the mind. Yesterday, the Facebook poll, 91 against. Yeah, the day before yesterday, Times, that is 88, 12.
Okay.
So,
Sir-
she failed in all elections.
Sir,
before-
one may perhaps not want to make too much of Facebook and Twitter polls, but I do want to ask you that as far as her argument, or at least those who are loyal to her would argue, the ADMK is arguing that she, by virtue of being so close to Jayalalithaa, to be her companion through all these years, that itself gives her the qualification to replace her as chief minister. Is that, do you think that is a legitimate argument?
No.
Why not?
Our Amma, she removed her and her relatives, numbering about 20 people, saying that they conspired to overthrow my government.
Yes.
They wanted to occupy my chief minister's chair.
Yes.
So I am expelling them. She expelled the whole team.
But she took her back, though. She took Shashikala
She
back.
took her back only as a ordinary member after getting an apology that I will not do any treacherous act.
Right.
I will not conspire with my relatives, and I will not have any truck with my relatives
Okay.
hereafter.
Okay.
Now all the relatives are in Poy's garden. Now all the relatives, they have assembled on the bedside of the late chief minister's body.
Now, but tell me, you're saying all this now, Mr. Pandian. This question was asked you earlier as well. Why now? Why did you wait? When you were, if you claim you were seeing all of this in the hospital all these days, why speak up now?
See, a person is so avaricious, a person is so greedy about power. See, within 20 days, she wanted to become the general secretary. Within 60 days, she wanted to become the chief minister. See the aggressive nature of acquiring an office, the aggressive nature of even acquiring her own residence.
But you didn't answer my question though. Why are you speaking up now? Why not earlier?
See, any fact can be disclosed any time. It has no limitation. Any time I can say.
Are you worried that you find yourself isolated in your own party? Because not a single person, at least till now, has spoken up.
They all have it in mind. They all have it in mind. And also they are all office bearers. They think the government is going to run for another 4.5 years. Why should I lose the government clout?
But are you in touch with any of them?
No.
Are you
they have
the
been talking
figurehead
to-
for some kind of rebellion?
No figurehead.
They have been talking to you though.
All the cadres are talking to me saying, look here, she only killed our leader. Cadres. It is the cadres' voice.
Who are saying
I am
this.
reflecting the cadres' voice.
Now when you see that the governor has delayed his arrival in Tamil Nadu and therefore delayed the swearing in, some concerns perhaps in his mind as well, we don't know, about the circumstances surrounding her elevation to this post. Is that healthy, you think? Is that setting a healthy precedent? Because she has, legally, constitutionally, she has the support of the majority of the MLAs. So shouldn't the governor, what's your view? You think the governor should go ahead, or you think there are question marks?
See, governor knows all the facts prevailing in the state, especially. See, all the relatives, about these people numbering 20, I think 1 or 2 people, they are the partners of Midas distilleries. How can a distillery contractor head a ministry, and how can a distillery owner's relatives, while getting it, how can she be allowed to take over as chief minister? Point number 1.
Okay. You're saying there's a conflict of interest because her relatives
Yes.
own a distillery which supplies to the state-run
Yes.
liquor
Earning
distribution
17,000 crores a year.
liquor distribution network,
Yes.
earning 17,000 crores a
Crores
year.
a
This
year.
is TASMAC, which is the Tamil Nadu liquor distribution company. Okay.
And this one, then she is not duly qualified to become the general secretary.
Because
Because the primary members have not exercised the
because of
franchise.
the procedural thing.
Because
Okay.
of the procedure. and there are a number of FERA cases are pending. And why don't ask her to wait for another week? Let the Supreme Court verdict come.
Okay, let's assume that none of that happens. The governor goes ahead and swears her in tomorrow. What will you do? How far are you willing to go with this rebellion of yours?
See, the people will join. The people will take all over state the rebellion. Now they are rebellious.
But do you...
Yesterday they sang a song in front of Poets Garden.
Okay, that was one person. But I want to ask you though, in conclusion, do you have anything more as proof to back up your very, very strong allegations? Because at the moment, all I'm hearing from you is that this is a suspicion you have based on certain media reports you saw that there was foul play and all of that. Are you going to be producing anything more concrete over the next few days?
See, let us see after 24th. Because I was keeping mum all these days.
Okay.
Today I broke my silence because she is going to occupy the chief minister's chair. Which Jayalalithaa did not dream of her becoming the chief minister.
Right.
She has told everybody
yes.
that she may poison me.
Did she ever tell you that, Jayalalithaa?
No, Manoj and Cho.
She told Manoj.
Manoj and Cho.
Manoj, your son,
yeah,
Manoj.
Because he was advising her for 2 years.
He told her that...
and along with Cho.
Along with Cho Ramaswamy, the late Cho Ramaswamy. That these people will poison me.
These people may
poison.
They are not good people. He has said it in today's interview.
Okay, we'll talk to him as well. So you're saying that people will join this movement, you hope, and there will be a momentum.
See, the Marina movement joined in 3 days.
Okay.
Just like that in Tamil Nadu, all those people will rise against it.
Okay, we'll have to see if that happens or whether this will lead to your political isolation. We'll have to see. But certainly, thanks very much indeed, sir, for talking to us. So that was Mr Pandian, former Speaker of the Tamil Nadu Assembly and a founding member of the AIADMK, with his very, very strong allegations against Shashikala and the manner in which Jayalalithaa died, as well as raising questions about her ability to govern. We'll continue to track this big breaking story from here in Tamil Nadu. For the moment, it's back to you in the studio.